Hey everyone, welcome. If you're looking to find the perfect dog trainer for you and your best friend right here in Conway, Arkansas, you've come to the right place. We're going to break down everything you need to know, so let's get started. Just picture it. Walking the Tucker Creek Trail without getting your arm pulled off, or browsing the Conway Farmers Market with a calm, happy dog right by your side. That's really the dream, right? To make life in this great city more enjoyable for you, your dog, and honestly for all your neighbors too. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get into the different training methods and what they typically cost. Then we'll talk about how to pick the right professional for your dog's personality. And finally, we'll go over the specific Conway rules and resources that every local dog owner should know about. All right, first up, let's explore the different training approaches and what you should expect to invest. Getting a handle on these basics is going to help you find a program that works for your dog and for your budget. The gold standard in modern dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's totally science-based, and the idea is simple. You reward the behaviors you want to see more of. This is way more than just handing out treats, by the way. It's about building a really strong, happy relationship with your dog, and it's incredibly effective for teaching everything from a basic sit to working through more serious behavior issues. So, what's the best setup for you? Well, group classes are fantastic for getting your dog used to being around other dogs, but in a structured way, and they're usually pretty friendly on the wallet. On the other hand, private lessons give you that personalized, one-on-one attention. They're perfect for tackling those specific problems that only seem to happen at home, like, jumping on visitors or trying to bolt out the front door. There are also some more specialized options out there. Puppy classes are, of course, essential for getting your little ones started on the right paw. Then you've got board and train programs. These are intensive, and you can see fast results. But, and this is a big but, you have to be ready to learn how to keep up that training when your dog comes home. And for bigger challenges, like fear or reactivity, you'll want to find a trainer who really specializes in behavior modification. Okay, let's talk numbers. Here's a look at the typical costs for training services around Conway as of 2026. You can see a 6-week group class is usually somewhere between $140 and $250. A single private lesson is about $70 to $120. Now, keep in mind, a lot of trainers will offer packages that can save you some money, and many offer a free phone consultation to start. So definitely don't hesitate to ask about that. All right, so you know the methods and you've got a handle on the costs. Let's move on to the really important part. How do you actually go about evaluating and choosing the right pro for you and your dog? Now, this is a key piece of information. Arkansas doesn't actually require a state license for dog trainers. That means these certifications are your absolute best signal that a trainer is serious about their craft and their education. Something like a CPDT-KA means they've passed a big exam on training theory and skills. And if you're dealing with more serious issues like anxiety, you'll want to look for advanced certs like CBCC-KA, which show they have specialized expertise. When you have that first chat with a potential trainer, you should really think of it as an interview. This slide is basically your cheat sheet. You want to hear them talk about their positive reinforcement philosophy, ask them about their credentials, how they're going to create a plan just for your dog, and what kind of support you can expect after the lessons are done. Getting all the fees and policies cleared up right at the start just saves everyone a headache later. Okay, for our last section, let's talk about what it means to be a dog owner, specifically here in Conway. Knowing the local rules and what resources are available is going to set you both up for success. Listen up, because this one's a big deal. The city of Conway has a specific leash law. Your dog's leash can't be longer than 10 feet in public. That goes for all the parks, all the trails, and the sidewalks. This is exactly why having a reliable loose leash walking skill is so important around here. Besides the leash law, there are a few other rules to know. A current rabies tag on your dog's collar isn't just a good idea, it's required by state law. If you need help with that, the Conway Animal Shelter is a fantastic resource for low-cost vaccinations. Also, just be a good neighbor. Excessive barking can actually be a city violation, and any professional trainer you hire should have a City of Conway business license. And this brings us to something that's really important: local context. As of right now, Conway doesn't have a public, fenced-in dog park where your dog can just run free. This makes everything we've talked about, especially those solid leash manners and reliable obedience commands, that much more valuable for you to safely enjoy the city together. But hey, no dog park doesn't mean you don't have places to practice. You can use the whole city as your training ground. The Tucker Creek Trail is absolutely perfect for practicing focus with distractions like joggers and other dogs around. The big open fields at Laurel Park are great for working on stays and recalls, and Conway Station Park gives you a chance to test out your dog's skills with all the noise from the playground. Look, picking the right trainer is really just the first step to building an amazing life with your dog in our community. We really hope this guide makes you feel confident as you start your search. A well-trained dog is just so much easier and more fun to live with, and they become a welcome part of the community wherever you go, ready to join you on every single Conway adventure. Best of luck on your training journey.